So today, we're going to be using one of our guys' decks, Majestic Challenge, to see how well can I do. The deck they're going to be using is the Yeti, Warlord, Glacio, and the Rocketeer. Pretty weird but interesting deck. The Warlord for the buff, Glacio, he is an overpowered hero. Rocketeer, if you can just hit him, it'll be powerful. Yeti with his second hit ability can be pretty useful. But let's see how well can we do using this deck. My name is Mike, and please enjoy today's video. Alright, shout out to the person down here for recommending me to try out this deck. I thought we were facing the Wombo combo for a moment. We are actually not. We're actually going to buff up the Rocketeer here. And let's see if we can make the Glacio just enchant somebody. Anybody. Just anybody. We actually going to enchant the Scarecrow. We actually made contact with the Rocketeer 3 times. So the Rocketeer has 4 rockets, which is very, very dangerous if he doesn't take out the Rocketeer immediately. I could go for the buff on the Rocketeer for the final time. Honestly, at this point, I think we should because the Warlord is buffed, so let's just do that. And not the greatest of plays, but we did some damage. Buffed up the Rocketeer for the final time. That's actually quite a bit of damage right there, not gonna lie. But that's okay. Who gets the buff here? Warlord again gets the buff. We're actually getting pretty lucky with the Warlord buff. We're actually going to try to just double hit the Thunderpulse and then hit the Griffin towards the Yeti, maybe. And yes, we do. Ooh, nice play. Let's go. Thunderpulse did not get burnt. You are very lucky, sir. Very lucky. But he is going for the Thunderpulse's charges. He is very slow. I think he just realized that. We should be able to, with the Rocketeer, hit all 3 of these guys, right? I really want to. I really hope I can actually make contact with those 3 over there by doing it right here. And yes, we do. Alright, the Paladin would have been the last one alive. We did get a triple kill right there, not a monster kill. But very good win regardless, just buffing up the Rocketeer the way that I did. Awesome first game right there, ladies and gentlemen. Very happy about that. Let's continue on. Okay, second match here. Hopefully we can continue on winning like we just did in the first one. Striker with the Farmer is okay, but Yeti and the Blacksmith is kind of a weird choice, but... Oh, that's actually a lot of damage to the Rocketeer. Very well played. That's actually a lot of damage to the Rocketeer. We're going to buff up the Rocketeer here while hitting the Striker right there. And can we nerf? Is that in range to nerf the Striker? It is not. But the Rocketeer thankfully has 2 extra rockets to use. And he is going to hit the Rocketeer, it seems like. Okay, multiple hits on the Rocketeer. Very well played. Let's see. Glacio gets the buff. I would like to buff up the Rocketeer, but it seems like the Rocketeer is going to die in the next turn no matter what we do. So we are going to do that. Oh, my goodness gracious. That was awesome. We enchanted the Yeti and only the Yeti, sadly. But that was such an incredible play. I hope he misses the Rocketeer. Rocketeer gets hit, sadly, so he is going to die right there. Alright, but at least we got the Yeti nerfed, meaning that he won't be able to use his ability properly. So that's awesome. Glacio gets the buff. Not much I can do here, though. There really isn't much. I guess we'll try to hit the Glacio towards the Yeti. There we go. And sadly, we weren't able to enchant anyone else, sadly. All right. Yeti, he is super slow. His ability won't be as useful. Perfect. He is thankfully not as useful, like using the Banshee. Yeti gets the buff. We'll just make the Yeti hit the Blacksmith, and then we'll make contact with either his Yeti or the Striker. His Striker. But he is lucky that the Glacio did not end up near his heroes to enchant his heroes again. We're not doing the right place. He goes for the Yeti, interesting. Alright, who gets the buff here? The Warlord. We'll hit both these guys. If we can hit the Farmer correctly, we should be able to hit the Yetis with the ability. Like right there. There we go. Nice little double kill right there. He is lucky that the Striker survived because of the defensive buff from the Warlord. Or not the Warlord, the Blacksmith. But that was an incredible play. I think that play alone is going to help me win this match. He is going to take out the Glacio. No. He's focusing on the Yeti. Yeti is dead. Well played. The Yeti is dead. We should be able to take out the Striker in 1 hit, even if the Warlord does not get the buff here. Yeah, I think we should be able to take him out regardless. Yes, we do. That's awesome. Please take him out. And we actually do make contact with the Farmer. And it doesn't even matter. He decided to surrender right there. It got kind of close, but we actually won against this deck. If he had Zombie instead of Blacksmith, maybe things could have been much more different. Maybe he could have won with the zombie. But good game for me right there. Let's continue on. All right, so 2 wins, 0 losses here. Oh, I don't like this combo, but let's see how well we can do here. Um, he is going to poison the Yeti and the Glacio. Misses the Glacio, thankfully. Let's see. Warlord gets a buff. I'm going to activate the trap. Maybe we can enchant somebody. The slime. The slime does get enchanted, so he is slowed down, which is good. Um, let's see. He's going for the Warlord poisons the Warlord. Okay, that's okay. Warlord gets the buff. At this point, actually, we should be able to do this perfectly. Hit the Armadillo and then the Zombie. The Yeti should be able to hit somebody else with the second hit. And there we go. We make contact, and the slime gets hit by the Warlord, and we actually enchanted the Naga with a speed nerf. That's huge. Huge. Now, unfortunately, the Rocketeer does not get the buff, or has no buffs, but we're actually going to try to hit the zombie towards the Yeti, while also hitting the slime, because why not? And make the Yeti go towards the trap. There we go. Perfect. So now everyone should get hit right there. Good play. Good play, ladies and gentlemen. Zombie goes next. He's going to re-poison, re-slow down the Glacio. So many enchantments going on, ladies and gentlemen. That's crazy. We are going to... I guess we'll go for the double-handy Armadillo. There really isn't much I can do here. I'm not too worried about... We actually got the triple hit on the Armadillo, and he luckily survives right there. Alright, so Slime goes next. He might just hit the Glacial towards the Naga, but is he too slow? No, he was actually had enough speed to do that. Good for him. He is laughing for whatever reason, that's fine. We should just take out the Armadillo right here, and we should be able to make contact with the Naga. Right there. There we go. Plus, we actually buffed up the Rocketeer, sadly only once. I was hoping for a double hit right there, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so Naga does go next. She is slowed down, but I think she does have enough speed to reach the... No way, he's going for the trap. Actually hits the trap. Okay. Interesting play. Yeti gets the buff, not much I can do there. We'll try to hit both of these guys. Yeah, we do have enough... we have the angle to do that. That's good. Plus, we actually buffed up the Rocketeer again. If he goes for the trap, he might just miss everyone here. And he'll poison the Rocketeer. Will he hit anyone? He misses. Literally everyone. What kind of play was that? Go for the Naga. There we go. We got the double hit the Naga. He was laughing. I'm not sure why he is now scared. You don't BM like that, ladies and gentlemen. You do not BM like that. Because then karma is gonna get you. Yeti does go next, but I don't think we can actually... Oh, wait, we can win the match here. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. He is laughing, so I guess he loves to lose or something. I don't know. But good game, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be our third win. Very good match right there, ladies and gentlemen. Very happy that we're actually doing pretty well with this deck. And with that being said, let's continue on. Alright, guys. So, we got 3 wins, 0 losses. We're doing amazing. We're facing another a heal deck with the Glacio, which is pretty interesting to see. But let's see if we can make it work. He is probably going to enchant me as quick as possible. So he is going to hit the Glacio, I'm assuming. Glacio, and he is going to slow down the Glacio. That is very unfortunate, but we can also slow down his Glacio, which is okay. Or should we just hit the Glacio? Just to go for that damage. I think it is for the best, plus we should be able to buff up the Rocketeer doing this. No. We still enchant the Glacio, so I'm okay with that. I just can't believe we misenchanted the Rocketeer. I was kind of hoping for that, just to prep for the next turn. After the Glacio's turn, to just go crazy. He heals. That's awesome for him, I guess. Glacio gets the buff. Try to take out his Glacio. We'll try to take him out, but he is slowed down. We gotta keep that in mind. So let's hit it like this, and we should be able to get the double hit to take him out. And we're slowed down. I just realized that. Whoops. It's okay. We still did over 100 damage. Sometimes I can't tell when I'm slowed down. That was a bad play. Rocketeer does go next. Let's ignore his Paladin, so that way we can enchant him as well. And we'll just hit the... Maybe try to hit the Glacio? I'm not sure. We'll try to do that. And there we go. And we are going to enchant his Paladin. That's awesome. He might heal up the Glacial with the Paladin here. And yeah, that's pretty annoying. Okay. Okay. Glacial gets the buff. Which is honestly pretty good because we can if we can hit the priest a certain way, we can actually multi-hit the Glacio, and the Glacio should die. So let's do this. There we go. Plus, we actually buffed up the Rocketeer twice. We took out the Glacio before he was able to enchant. Um, well, actually, anyone else except my Glacio. So that's actually pretty good. We got the speed. Ouch. Pretty annoying. Okay. Rocketeer gets the buff. Not much to do there. We're actually going to ignore the priest and slow him down. And we'll just hit the Paladin here. Never mind, we hit the Dancing Dragon. But I just want to enchant his priest, so that way everyone is slowed down, making his life a little bit miserable. So that's good for me. The Glacio can die if he wants to. Or if he decides to take him out. And okie doke, who is going to get the buff here? Rocketeer. I mean, just go for the Paladin, I guess. While hitting the Dancing Dragon right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good damage. Good damage right there, ladies and gentlemen. Now the Rocketeer does go next, which we can one-shot his... Actually, I think the priest actually gave it enough health to the Dancing Dragon to keep up alive. But we can always just push the Dancing Dragon towards the Warlord, and that will take him out. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Only the priest is left alive, and he decides to surrender. Good game, my man. Another fantastic win, ladies and gentlemen. A heal deck with the Glacio. We managed to beat it, and that's going to be our 4th win. We're on a roll here. Let's continue on. All right, guys. So, 4 wins here. Defensive buff Rocketeer with some heals. It's actually going to be pretty annoying, but hopefully we can make this work. Glacier with the buff starting off is fantastic. I'm going to try to enchant, and we are going to enchant only his Paladin. I was hoping to enchant somebody else, but that's okay. He is probably going to just hit the... I'm actually surprised that he did not go for the Glacier pushing him towards the fire. Alright, so we did some okay damage right there. Sadly, we don't enchant the Gargoyle. He is going to push the Glacial towards the fire now. That hurts, and he actually made contact with the freaking Rocketeer towards the fire. Can we push the Glacial towards the Rocketeer? Or no, we actually did damage to his Paladin, and we actually did some damage to his Rocketeer with my Rocketeer, so not bad. But he is probably going to take out my Glacial right now. He is going to heal up his Rocketeer. Okay. Warlord gets the buff. That's good. Can we take out his Blacksmith here? There we go. So that way he has one less hero to buff up the Rocketeer. Plus, we can try to enchant him as quick as possible, and he won't be able to get his defensive buff back, which is good. He's going for the Rocketeer. Rocketeer is thankfully still alive. Barely hanging on. Hit the Rocketeer like this. We should be able to make contact with the Gargoyle and the Paladin right there. And we actually re-enchanted his Gargoyle, so that's awesome. He took out my Glacial, but that's okay. That is A-okay with me, ladies and gentlemen. I think we should take out his Gargoyle by pushing him towards the fire. There we go. So now only the Paladin can buff up the Rocketeer. Paladin is slowed down. He won't be able to buff up the Rocketeer too much, I believe. He's going to try. Yep, only once. That's good for me. Warlord gets a buff. Not much I can do about that. Just make the Yeti make contact up there. Double hitting the Rocketeer was actually pretty clutch. He can only hit my Yeti, I'm assuming, for 142 damage. He should not be able to push me towards the fire. Thankfully, he does not. And let's see here. Rocketeer gets the buff. That's not the greatest. So I'm going to try just double hit him. Oh, we got the 4 rockets. That's awesome. 4 rockets is huge. All right, so he'll fully heal him up. That's fine. And we should be able to take out both of his here, or the Paladin while hitting the Rocketeer, right? That should be good. Yes. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Only the Rocketeer is left alive. He could just hit the Rocketeer and the Warlord. The Warlord will survive unless he gets pushed towards the fire or towards the Rocketeer. And he thankfully does not. So if the Yeti gets buffed, we should be good to go for the win here. Let's see. No. So try to push him towards the fire, I guess. We'll try to push him towards the fire. There you go. 158 damage. And I still don't expect him to win here. Pushing him towards the fire. And Yeti gets the buff. So we actually do need to push the Yeti towards the Rocketeer here. So that should be game right there. That is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. I got a little bit nervous right there, not gonna lie, but we actually managed to make it work for the win. So let's go, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to be 5 wins, yes? 5 wins. Very happy about that. Let's continue on. All right, so 5 wins. Very happy. Very, very happy. Oh, not happy about this, though. Let's see if we can still win here. I don't think we can even buff up or hit the Glacial towards his heroes up there. So I'm just going to go for the buffs on the Rocketeer, just so that the next turn we can do some good stuff with it, hopefully. Let's do that. Actually making contact with the Glacier right there for 66 damage. Thankfully, the Rocketeer was buffed. From the Warlord, I should say. And he is going to buff up the Naga. And hitting my Glacier with the Blacksmith. Okay. That's fine. His Blacksmith will get slowed down. We'll just hit both these guys for 200 damage. Except the Naga, because the Naga has a defensive buff. But pretty good stuff. Alright, Frostfox goes next. He can only heal up by hitting the Naga or the Blacksmith. Okay. He slows down my Glacio, unfortunately. So should we just hit both these? I mean, I think that's the best thing we can do, just hit both these guys. And we are actually going to enchant both his Glacio and the Naga. That is huge. He is probably going to re-enchant his Glacio, though. Thankfully, does not push the Glacio towards his Naga. That would have been bad. Glacio gets the buff. What can we do about that? Hit the Rocketeer towards the Naga. This is going to be risky, but I'm going to try to do that. Hit the Rocketeer towards the Naga. Nope, that was bad. That was bad. We missed. Alright, Glacio goes next. I think this is where my Glacio might die. No, he's going to slow down my Warlord. Okay. Slows down the Warlord. That's fine with me. Warlord gets the buff. That's good. And let's see. What can we do? Just do this. Hit the Glacio right here. Miss the Naga. That's okay. Alright, now he's going for the Glacio, which is going to hurt. And we actually don't have much of a choice other than just hitting the Yeti right here. This will take out the Frostfox, which is amazing. We actually just took out the Naga as well. We almost took out his Glacio. That would have been such a good play right there. But regardless, we took out his main attackers. I don't think he can win here anymore, ladies and gentlemen. He is going to buff up the Glacio once again, but he is not going to come back from this, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, we can't even hit the Glacio here. Can we hit the Marshalman and somehow hit the Glacio? No. Pretty bad, obviously. I probably should have just hit the Blacksmith normally, but it's all good. I just wanted to take out the Glacio. He slows down the Rocketeer, which is kind of unnecessary. But okay. Warlord gets the buff. We cannot take him out in one hit, so we need to get a double hit or hit him towards somebody, and yes, we do. Plus, the Rocketeer has a buff to deal 142 damage right now. And only the Blacksmith is left alive with his speed nerfed. So this is now should be a good victory right there. He knows it, so he surrenders right there, ladies and gentlemen. We got 6 wins. Very, very, very happy, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's continue on. Alright guys, so 6 wins here. We're halfway through the challenge. Facing this deck, we'll see if we can make this work. Ice Queen goes first, so she'll be able to use her ability immediately with the Druid and the Sentinel's ability. So this is going to be extremely annoying. What an awful start. Golly. Rocketeer gets the buff. I guess we'll hit the Sentinel slightly. Then we'll buff up the Rocketeer. And not much I could have done there, but we slow down with the Sentinel, which is kind of pointless because the Sentinel cannot move. Ouch. Still a lot of damage. I don't think we're gonna win here, ladies and gentlemen. Already right off the bat, I don't think we're winning here. Glacio got the buff, which is pretty huge. Can we double hit the champion here? No, we don't. No, we don't. We slow down the champion, though, but we weren't able to get a double hit off of him. Rocketeer should survive, so that way we can use his rockets. Okay. That's fine. Let's hit the... If we do this, can we make the Glacio get pushed by the snowball and then we'll deal that damage? Yes, but we weren't able to do much else. Alright, so Glacio, will he get taken out or is he going... He's going for the Warlord. All 4 of my heroes are still alive, but he's actually going to get a monster kill. He is actually going to get a monster kill and there's nothing I can do about it. So, GG's, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be a monster kill. Good game. We got destroyed. Monster killed, ladies and gentlemen. Awful. Not much I could have done there, ladies and gentlemen. He just played it very well. His Sentinel first play just basically destroyed me. I wasn't able to make a comeback from that, but it's all good. Let's continue on. Alright, so unfortunate loss. That was our first loss in the last one. This type of deck as well. We could buff up the Rocketeer and maybe make the Glacier just go up there and hopefully enchant somebody. We do enchant both the Priest and the Druid, which is awesome. And we actually buffed up the Rocketeer to the max, which is good. He is going to enchant my Yeti, unfortunately. Alright, so who gets the buff here? Yeti does get the buff. That's perfect, actually. Can we double hit the Sorceress? We triple hit the Sorceress, and she is dead. And we actually enchanted the Farmer, which is the final hero to be enchanted because the Sorceress died. We should win here. Like, easily. Should win here. Yeah. That was a bad play. Alright, so. Warlord gets the buff. We're actually getting very lucky with the hero that goes next, getting those buffs. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Good damage up there, ladies and gentlemen. Very good damage. Rocketeer going next. We might not have the good angle to just hit the Priest and the Druid. Can we hit both Priest and the Druid, though? Can we? Yes, we can. So we'll do that. There we go. Perfect. So only the Farmer and the Druid left alive. This was a pretty easy victory. Who did we enchant? Why did the Glacio do that? Weird. But we are going to win here. There's no way this person is going to win. I mean, he takes out the Yeti. That's fine. He can do that if he wants to, but all we need to do now is we can actually just even take out the Farmer in one hit, but can we hit the Druid as well? Ah, we missed the Druid by an inch just to finish off that match quickly, but it's all good. Druid alone in a 3v1 situation here, and he is slowed down, so he won't be able to get those multi-hits that you could expect from a regular sped-up hero or a normal speed hero. Can we even win right here, right now? By doing this? Yes, we won. Good game right there, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty easy victory. Taking out the Sorceress the way that I needed to take her out definitely helped me out to win that match, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go. 7 wins. Amazing. Let's continue on. Okay, so 7 wins facing... Ooh, okay. We should be fine here. We should be fine. We could try to enchant his heroes, maybe. I just gotta do this correctly. We'll enchant his Glacio. Sadly, we weren't able to enchant anyone else, but getting those enchantments is going to be pretty crucial in order to win this match. He is going to just hit the Rocketeer towards the Glacio. That's what I'm seeing. No, he's going for the Yeti. Maybe a double hit on the Yeti. Yes, he does. Okay. Yeti gets the buff, but there really isn't much I can do here because my Glacio is slowed down. So we'll do that. And can we enchant the Farmer? No. We did not. Rocketeer going next is pretty bad, obviously, because we don't have buffs, so Can we somehow just make the Glacio hit the Rocketeer, maybe? Like, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. We did that. So, good damage right there. But now, his Rocketeer might... Or not his Rocketeer. His Glacio might slow down my Rocketeer. And I don't think he is in range to hit my other heroes. I don't think so. I just realized his Farmer got nerfed, which is awesome. Okay, now he's going to slow down my Warlord, unfortunately. Warlord does get the buff, though. Just do this, go crazy with his ability. We weren't able to do much, man. I was hoping to get multi-hits. This is going to be a loss. I don't expect to win here unless I get some miracle play. Something miracle. Let's see. Glacio gets the buff. Just hit the Glacio and then maybe we can hit the Glacio towards his farmer. No. No. No, we did not. That's bad, obviously. We just wasted the turn. We're not winning here. The Glacier is dead. Nope. Oh, yep, he does. We're not winning here. No matter what we do, we're not going to win. So we got destroyed basically. So we're just going to call it quits and surrender because there's no point continuing on. Unfortunate loss right there, ladies and gentlemen. But it's okay. We got one more life to go, and we have gone a pretty good, decent run right here. But let's see if we can win a couple more. Let's continue on. All right, so one more life to go. And facing, this is a very strong deck, but let's see if we can make this work. He might just push the Jawsome downward since he is buffed. So, yes, he's going to try to do that. And he will hit the Rocketeer. Okay. I mean, that's decent damage. That was like 160, more or less. 150. We'll buff up the Rocketeer and deal a little bit of damage to the Jawsome. Maybe we can enchant. We are going to enchant, ladies and gentlemen. Enchanted 3 of his heroes. We did gave the werewolf her ability, but enchanting 3 heroes is pretty amazing. I think the Glacio is about to die here. Nope, he's still alive, thankfully. Yeti gets the buff. Should we just go for damage here or buff up the Rocketeer even more? We'll buff up the Rocketeer even more. There it is. All right, so we got the Rocketeer max. Max. We just need him to stay alive. Glacio is going to die. Okay, so Yeti does go next. And if we can play with the Yeti's ability properly, we can actually either hit the Warlord with the double hit or hit the Robot with the double hit. And I think it's best to go for the Warlord, so we'll hit the Warlord first, and then he should be able to get the ability damage. There we go. There we go. That was good. Very good stuff. Robot goes next. He does need to be careful because my Rocketeer goes next, and he is probably going to keep his heroes together, meaning that we can multi-hit his heroes. Let's see. We should be able to hit 3 of his heroes right here, right? Rocketeer does go next. He did get the buff. Yeah, we can do that. There we go. Ooh! And hitting the Jawsome as well. Lots of damage to the werewolf and the robot. Let's go. Good plays. Very good play right there, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so he is going for the Yeti, but the werewolf's ability does make him reach. Okay. This is actually dangerous now because with the Warlord only left alive here. Okay. Take out the werewolf. We might be able to buff up the Rocketeer here. And no, we don't. But that's okay. Just take her out. And Yeti is kind of blocked. Not the Yeti. The Jawsome is kind of blocked because the robot is in the way. And we can take out the robot in one shot. Never mind. Now we're kind of blocked. Oh boy, not good. Not good at all, ladies and gentlemen. Can we do this and hit both of them? It hit the mushroom. Are you kidding me? It hit the mushroom. Now we're going to lose because of it. That shouldn't have hit the mushroom, man. Oh, we just lost. We need a miracle play with the Warlord here. Like, we need the Warlord to be super or far away from the Jawsome in order to have this chance of winning. Because that really messed me up. We'll get the double hit. And okay, we're behind the mushroom, meaning that he won't be able to hit me easily. He can land near the Warlord, but he won't be able to get that hit. And he does land near. Okay. We need to stay separated from the both of his heroes here, so we'll do that. And can he push the Jossum? Can he? He did not. This is our chance of winning. We need to double hit the Jossum though. And I have no idea how to do that. And we did. No freaking way we got the double hit. There's absolutely no way. If I would have failed, that bomb would have taken me out. What an amazing game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's continue on. All right, lucky win in the last one. Facing, I mean, every time I face the Glacier, I don't like it, but I'm also using the Glacier, so I cannot complain, I guess. We are going to buff up the Rocketeer since the Rocketeer does go next. So we'll try to get a double hit, push him towards his heroes up there, just to get some damage off. There you go. Alright, so Rocketeer does go next, doing 213 damage. So hopefully can somehow keep his heroes together, so we can get that damage on multiple heroes, which we will right here. Onto the Frostfox and the Gargoyle. So pretty good. And plus, if we can make one of his heroes land near the Glacial, that would be a bonus. And we actually did. We actually got the little bonus enchantment right there onto the Gargoyle, so he is slowed down. And Frostfox is already about to die. He is going to heal up the Frostfox though, since the Gargoyle is enchanted. And he buffs up the Gargoyle. Okay. Okay, Glacial actually gets the buff here. Can we just can we hit the Rocketeer and then make the Glacial go left somehow? And multi-hit somebody? Yes, we do. Good stuff right there. But sadly, his Frostfox is still alive. He is going to rebuff his Gargoyle, I'm assuming. Oh, never mind. He'll heal up the Frostfox. Okay. Let's see. Jetty gets the buff, but there really isn't much I can do there. We'll buff up the Rocketeer. Hit the Gargoyle. That was not a double hit, though. That should have been a double hit. He is definitely going to heal up his Frostfox. He's going to have to in order to have a chance of winning or staying alive. Nice triple heal. And he heals up the Gargoyle basically to the max, almost. Alright, so... not much I can do here. Not much I can do there. We actually slowed down his... oh, never mind. I thought his Frostfox was enchanted. Never mind. Alright, Rocketeer goes next. I need his heroes to stay together somehow. I need him to do that. Let's see what he does. What is he going to do? He does need to be careful. He's going to heal up the Frostfox. Ouch. Can we hit his Frostfox in the... No. We can only take out his Gargoyle. So we'll do that. And the Glacial decided to go right instead of left. I was hoping for him to go left. We might not win here since we lost a Warlord anymore, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we're going to win. He's going to take out the Glacial. And with my Yeti slow down, I don't think we are going to win here. There's no point in taking out his Blacksmith anymore. So if we can use the ability here and hit the Frostfox, that's awesome. Yeah, we actually did somehow. We got pretty lucky doing that, not gonna lie. But he is going to try to hit the Yeti towards the fire. He did. We're not... This is unfortunate. We're not winning here anymore, ladies and gentlemen. We can only hit the Blacksmith, but we're not winning here. Let's see what he does, though. He is going for the Rocketeer. That should not push me towards the fire, right? It did. Ooh, boy. Can we use the ability again? Ah! I was hoping for the double hit. Oh, well. I tried. This is going to be our third and final loss, ladies and gentlemen. I can't complain. We got 8 wins. Super happy about that, though. We got super... I wouldn't say lucky, but very happy that we did that. Can we... This will hit the Frost Fox. Push them towards the fire. Okay. Yeah. I'm not winning here. And, I mean, yeah, good game, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to surrender because there's no point. I mean, my saving grace was for him to lose service or something, but that's not going to happen. So good game right there. And that is going to be our third and final loss with 8 wins. Very, very good run right there, ladies and gentlemen. Let's claim this reward. Archers is max. Skeletons are max. Slime, that's pretty good. Still looking for them. And champions as well. And even Griffins, not a bad reward, to be honest with you. Still looking for those heroes to max them out, but it's going to take forever. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please make sure to hit the like button down below and subscribe to the channel for more Smashing 4 videos. Very awesome run. I really like this deck, not gonna lie. And if you guys have any other recommendations you want to see, just let me know down in the comments below, and that's what I do for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thanks again for the continued support. I will see you next one. Take care.